Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Deja vu. It's like the missing tapes. It's like Thursday night. There was lights in the sky. Something strange happened. There was abductions. There's missing timestamps. And there's streams that felt like they were done, have not been done. Here we are then for round, I forgot. Give me a sec. Round 8 of the Renault Megane Trophy. Season 2. How do I get the chat back? And we're looking down the grid here. Not a big show. We had problems with people getting into Brazil. Racer Brown could never get in. His passport was denied a long time ago with his criminal activity. Talleyrand, I think he was at the beach. And there's a few others missing. But the hardcore were there, and that's all that matters. In the chat, Skyjacker saying whoop whoop. And Koi Carp saying, yeah, boy, good evening. Hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. I haven't done one of these replay streams for ages. I've noticed when I was on night, so that's all you got was the replay. And now I'm so used to doing live streams that I don't really know what I'm doing. So bear with me. I'll give you the table. So we're round 8. Willow Springs, I believe, was the last round. And I will tell you what the championship table so far is. It is Homesick Alien sitting at the top on 199 points. Talleyrand in second on 199 points. Just wins, parts them too. Guesty is third on 167 points. Shiren is fourth on 160 points. Skyjacker is fifth on 148 points, but he has already dropped a round. Racer Brown sixth on 136 points. He's already dropped 2 rounds, so now he is just bottoming out with missing rounds from now on. 7th is Noxie with 127 points. Ensign is 8th with 122 points. Web Smurfer is 9th on 91 points. Turtle is 10th on 90 points. Koi Carp 11th on 84 points. Cthulhu is 12th on 63 points. Barry Twins is 13th on 60 points. 14th is Jokers on 28 points. Bunny is 15th on 17 points. 16th is Rido on 12 points. Digital Blasphemy is 17th on 12 points. And Alexis Maximus is 18th on 6 points. Wow, that's an epic table. And you know, I should have only read out the 6 people that are here. Here, but let's have a look. Guesty is on 100. No. Right. Let's have a look at the grid. Before the race. 2 races here for the Renault Megane Trophy. And there is rules. There is rules, bugger. They've got to use a medium set of tyres at least once over the next 2 races. They're allowed to use a set of super softs, but only for a stint. And racing softs are the standard tyre, and they qualify on what they're going to race on. And we'll see that at the beginning of the race. But for now, let's have a look at the grid. On pole is Guesty in the mild 7 Renault. Second is Shiren, the Russian sensation. I think he drives for Team 13. On third is Skyjacker in the green VRC livery. Fourth is Homesick Alien, championship leader, all the way down in 4th. Ensign Hewitt holding on to a 5th on the grid, and then Koi Carp is in 6th with some mighty fine looking cars. They are staring down that very daunting first corner here at Brazil for round 8 or something of the Renault Megane Trophy Series. Eddie steady, let's get ready and get on with it. And like I said, I haven't done these replays for a while, so bear with me, it all might go tits up. So we're looking at Guesty on pole position. He's on the soft tyre. Shiren's on the super soft tyre. Skyjack is on the medium. So there they go. They're away. Shiren, you would think, get a great start on those super softs. Try and get up the inside of Guesty, but Guesty's holding strong into the first corner. And yes, Guesty leads from Shiren. Then we have a little tit for tat from Homesick Alien and Skyjacker. I guess they're both on those medium tyres, fighting it out there. 4th, 3rd and 4th. Ensign Hewitt on the mediums, also in 5th, with Koi Carp following him in 6th on those mediums. Guesty then, a great getaway, a smaller field than we're used to, really, here in the Renault Megane, and that is good for points for these guys. No Talleyrand, Racy Brown taking up big points. I mean, you can get away with missing around because we dropped 2 rounds, but if you're in it, you are taking points away from your competitor, you see. So these guys not being here helps these Guesty, who is third in the championship, with no Talleyrand to take points away from him, is up for getting some good points, and Shiren in fourth is also looking good to get good points here. The medium runners, Skyjacker and Homesick Alien, duking it out. Homesick Alien right on his chuff, having a look at the exhaust system of that Renault Megane, and Ensign and Koikar 5th, 6th, duking it out behind. You can see in the Alien's rear mirror at the moment. And it's tough fighting out there. 30 minutes of running in this first race, and we'll see how those tyres sell up. How is Shiren Super Soft's going to hold up? He's not hammering them, is he? He's not taking them to the max up against Guesty, who's on the racing softs. So maybe Shiren looking after those tyres. Ooh, Homesick Alien trying to get a look up the inside of Skyjacker. Looked like there was a small bit of contact there. As they crack on, that race is going to continue on. So Guesty's pulled himself out a nice little bit of breathing space from Shiren. And as I say, Shiren possibly taking it easy on those super softs, trying not to get too much out of them, so they could last the full 30 minutes. The fuel, I believe, in this series does just about go 30 minutes. But the super softs usually go off around 10-15 minutes into the race. The softs, they can seem to get them racing up to about 20 minutes, and then they're dead. And those mediums, they're pretty consistent full race. And Skyjacker holding on to third there from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien needs to get maximum points here while the Talleyrand is away. At the moment, stuck down there in fourth behind Skyjacker. Koikarp has got to move on Ensign Ewart. Koikarp now up into 5th place, and Ensign Ewart, we've seen some absolute classic battles from these two in some of the other races, and I think we're up for another classic here between the boys from the Dwarf and Koikarp. Duking it out as Ensign. He's looking up around now. He's looking up the inside. Is there a space anywhere for Ensign Ewart to get that divisive move done? He's going high. He's going high. Koikarp staying low. And on the inside, Koikarp protects that inside line. And there's nothing there for Ensign Ewart at all. And Koikarp just baiting Ensign at the moment. But he's going to get a good tow. He's getting a good drive out of that corner. He's right on Koikarp's rear bumper. Looking under his spoiler, he's going to get a tow down to the first corner. Does he have the balls, the cojones, to take that break as late as possible? No, Koi is in through, and he's still in 5th. Meanwhile, Guesty leading this race, looking a little further ahead of Shiren. I reckon Shiren looking after those tyres, and maybe counting on Guesty with his heavy right foot. We have seen Guesty loves to plant that right foot. If there is fuel to run out, Guesty will run out first. So one to watch here, this battle. Shiren, I'm not sure if that's down to pace or if he's just holding back a little bit on those tyres and letting Guesty run away a little bit just to churn those tyres up. Skyjacker is in a hard battle. He cannot rest. He cannot do any car management because he's got Homesick Alien pushing him all the way. They have to stay to a certain point with those guys ahead. So if the guys pit, then their medium runners can take the lead of it. And if the tyres go off, they're not too far behind. They can catch them up. But Homesick Alien and Skyjacker are having a glorious battle for 3rd and 4th. That final podium position is in the offering here. Ooh, a little tap from Homesick, a little later on the brakes. Letting Skyjacker know he's not going to back him up. Get a move on. Get a move on. That's the memo from Homesick Alien. And Skyjacker will consider it. Koikarp, meanwhile, cannot shake off Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart putting up a real fight against the Koi. Koi going very defensive in this corner. Ensign pulling up alongside him. Even getting a look at the position, getting a good drive around. He's going to get a great drive out where Koikarp he's put himself on the back foot, trying to defend the corner. And Ensign Ewart, I thought, was going to get a good run on Koikarp up that hill. but I think he might have had to back out of that one, and Koikap yet again keeps hold of that fifth and deals with Ensign Newitt's attacks, and Ensign Newitt just keeps ploughing on. He's going to keep on cracking and trying to get that position from Koikap. Meanwhile, Guesty, he's doing okay. He's out there. He's on a nice solid run. 38.5 from him last time around. Shuren, he's doing later 38s. He's not quite staying with Guesty. Car management might be in the deal there. And Skyjacker and Homesick Alien are just having fun out there. Look at them, cracking on. And Homesick now going for that inside line, early inside line. He's ignoring the toe. He's going to try and just shuffle his way up the inside of Skyjacker. This leaves Skyjacker totally... Ooh, I don't know. Skyjacker may have lifted and let him through there. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. To get a toe from him, maybe do a bit of car management. Maybe they're helping each other here, a bit of teamwork. But now Homesick Alien up into third place, somewhat further back from the runners. You can see the runners just ahead. Get in car. Oh, that's not in car. This is, you know, I've got spoiled. You can see how far ahead of him are. We're 7 minutes into the race, so the tyre wear is, I imagine, for the super softs, he's not feeling it yet, is he? He's still cracking on quite well. As these two are duking it out for that final podium position. Homesick Alien managing to get that third from Skyjacker, but he's not shaking off the Skyjacker at this point. Skyjacker bringing it all the way to his back door, and Homesick Alien, all he can do is just take his lines and hope for the best. Guesty, meanwhile, looks like he's pulled out a little bit more on Shuren. Shuren a 38.6 last time around. He has not got the pace of Guesty, and this is going to be a massive, huge points injection into Guesty's championship chances here with this. If he can get this win, if his tyres stay together throughout the whole race, then we will see him jumping very much closer to Talleyrand and Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien, meanwhile, is getting played by Skyjacker. Skyjacker getting a tow, looking for a way through. And what's the fuel situation? Because Homesick was sat behind Skyjacker for a while. No, it's similar. But Skyjacker, he was right on his rump. He was getting a lovely tow. Again, a good tow from a Skyjacker on the Alien. But this corner is a very brave man who tries to get the move up the inside, and I thought Skyjacker was having a look. But like I said, it's a brave man. Koikap still can't shake Ensign Newitt off. Ensign Newitt all over him like Arash. And he's giving Koikap a lot to think about in this race. On the front bumper cam of Ensign Newitt. Keep pressing F12, it doesn't do anything. I want their little name to come up, but it doesn't happen. But yeah, Ensign Newitt having a very good inspection of Koikap's livery in this race. They've been hard at it now for 9.5 minutes. I'm imagining that they're quite shattered at this point, wore out. But Ensign Newitt just keeps on going. Like the Duracell bunny, he's not giving up on that position. It's really difficult to do this after listening to... Oh, Koikap going out wide there, and that gives Ensign Newitt the opportunity now. He's up the inside. And now Ensign Newitt in fifth, and it's Koikap's turn around the back. Guesty leading still. Oh, with a Shuren in his wake. There's nothing the Russian can do here. He's gone faster than he's gone before with a 38.3. Guesty 39.0. So maybe this is the telltale sign that the soft tyres have passed their best. 10 minutes, and we thought Shuren may have been looking after those tyres, thought we'd see better pace from the super soft. So Shuren playing dare with the curbs there, and Homesick Alien still with his trailer, the VRC Motorsport green and black and white trailer, just hooked up to the back of his Renault, and he's dragging it around. Koikap back ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Oh, that was a move, shouldn't it? Shall we go back? I forget we got that ability. Woo, and we got a bunny hop, so we nipped back about 30 seconds there, I think, maybe a bit more, as Koikart tries to fight back for that 5th place as a bunny hop, just for fun, like Mario. And now he's having a look. This is a very, very difficult corner to make a move at. He's pulling up alongside. He's going for the outside line. Total intimidation. Little brake smoke from Ensign Hewitt. He goes a little wide, and that's all Koikart needed. Beautiful manoeuvre there. Classic. Cracking stuff there from Koikart. Back up into 5th. And them two are having an absolute battle and a half. Ensign Hewitt does not want to give it up. Look at him. Checking out the sides there, the inside line, always having a look at Koikart as these two battle out. Great stuff. Guesty, we'll go back to Guesty in a second. Ooh. Ensign Hewitt getting very close to Koikart in that corner there. Thought he was going to tag him, but no, these two still racing on. Guesty still leads. Oh, Koi going a little wide there. That gives Ensign Hewitt the run of him up the hill. But it doesn't look like he's got... Oh, he is. He's right there. Where's he going? Is he going to the outside, the inside? He doesn't know. He's going to stay in the tow a little bit longer. He's going to go to the outside. And Koikart trying to make that Renault a little bit wider. There's nothing he can do, but at least Koikart has the inside tagged. And Koikart, massive defence into the first corner. Oh, Ensign Hewitt's put a wheel wrong, but he's kept hold of it. Wow. Reflexes there from Ensign Hewitt. The wheel was on the dirt, and I've seen many a car go whizzing off in that corner when that happens. But Ensign Hewitt somehow wrestled the car back to the road, and he's still giving Koikart a lot to think about down this straight now. Koikart struggling under this pressure from, and again, Ensign Hewitt braking late. He really does like to burn those tyres up as he fights with Koikart, and these two are relentless, and he's going for it again up the hill. Oh my G, Ensign Hewitt having another look at Koikart. This is classic racing here from these two competitors, 4th, 5th and 6th place. We've got to have a look because we know Skyjacker's back ahead. He's back ahead of Homesick Aliens, and Skyjacker has pulled off a definitive move to get ahead of Homesick Aliens. So let's go back and see when that happened. There we go, down the second straight on lap 8. We're 12 minutes into it. He's gone on the curb. Ooh, and then Homesick Alien a little wide. That gives Skyjacker the run up the hill. And what a treat here at Interlagos for this racing. Superb stuff. And now Skyjacker, coming up to 12 and a half minutes into the race, has that podium position under control. And the Alien has to not come too late into the hairpin. And he's somehow slowed that car down and didn't interfere too much with Skyjacker. But wow, he was late on the brakes there, was Homesick Alien. Then on to Guesty, still smashing the 38s. I thought he dropped into the 39s, but no, he's into the 38s. In the chat, Ensign Hewitt saying, so glad this made the channel. Skyjacker saying, going to be lots of flicking back, I think. No, don't say that. My son wants the internet, and I've banned him from it because our internet's woeful at the moment. So Guesty leads from Shiren. Skyjacker is ahead of Homesick Alien. Koikart ahead of Ensign Hewitt. I'm going to try and catch it all live just so I don't have to keep doing skip backs. Skyjacker then is leading, in 3rd ahead of Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien looks to be lining him up again. For that first corner, it's a train of Renaults. You can't tell which one's which, where one begins and the other ends. And they go through, and Skyjacker again keeps it ahead of the Alien. This was where the move was made, coming down this hill. And this straight Sky is a slight hill. And Homesick's going to stick in that toe and try and do similar. Get up the inside, over the curb, like we saw Skyjacker do, but no, he's not as brave as Skyjacker. He backs out of it. Koikart then, he's coming down that same straight. He's moved already over to the left, making Ensign Hewitt go the long way round. And Ensign Hewitt again brakes. Not really. That corner's so tricky. You can't make a move in there. I know these guys are threatening it, but it's ridiculous. Guesty, meanwhile, he's just gaslighting Shiren at the moment. He's just hanging it out there. He's got full control. His tyres are in a great place. Fuel is about halfway as we get to the halfway point in this race. So he might have to worry about fuel in the last lap or so and lean it out a little bit. Whereas Shiren, he's a little over halfway on that fuel. Guesty may have... no, he's dead on half. He's got enough. He's got enough. Let's just say that. Let's not get too concerned yet. We've got a long way to go. At the moment, Guesty looks like he's got enough fuel. And so does Shiren. At the moment, 38.8 for Guesty then, and Shiren a 38.7. Skyjacker has gone into the pits. Skyjacker into the pits. Oh my gosh, we've seen this work for him before. He caught up Homesick Alien, and Homesick Alien now, he's got a massive debate to do in his head. Can he go fast enough to stop Skyjacker catching him up on whatever he puts on, which could be super softs? Although Shiren doesn't seem to be getting the best action from them super softs, so they might not be the best course of action here. Guesty on those softs doing fine. Ensign Newitt and Koikart still out there battling. They'll be trying to get a good distance between those and that of Skyjacker, who has gone for the super softs. So now the action starts here. Skyjacker into the pits on those medium tyres we've seen at other rounds. This has worked out for him. He has gained all the way up to the positions where he pitted from. So the big test now is, can Skyjacker catch up with Homesick Alien in this race? And will Homesick Alien, because I think he was not pleased, he didn't have the tyres to fight at the last round, or when Skyjacker came up and took that podium away from him, I think Homesick Alien is having a massive debate in his head right now whether or not he should pit at the end of this lap. And it's a big question on all of our lips. We're all sat here poised to see, is he going to commit to the no stopper, or is he going to slam it in? He's coming up the hill. He looks like he's quite on the inside there. I think he's going to pit. I think he's going to try and protect his podium. No, he stays out. So he's thrown the dice. He's rolled the risk. This is what he's going to get. Skyjacker, race on. He dares you to catch him. He dares you to catch up with him. There's no chance, he says. There's no point. He's pitted pointlessly. So Homesick Alien plows on into this race. 17 minutes of a 30-minute race. Only 13 more minutes to go. And Homesick Alien is doing 39s, and we've only seen Shiren doing 38s on those super softs. I don't know who's got the fastest lap. Guesty has the fastest lap with a 38.1. So even that is just over a second off of the medium tyre. It might be difficult for Skyjacker to get back into this one. It has to be said. Ensign Newitt again breaking late into that corner. Intimidating Koikart, but Koikart soaking up the pressure and absolutely loving life in his Renault Caliber. Kircher, sorry. Ensign Newitt saying for a small grid there was some banging battles. It usually works out sometimes that way. The people clump up and they have some absolute kerfuffles. So there is Koikart, but you and Koikart, Ensign, have absolute battles anyway. You're turning out into a right humzinger of a racing duo. Koi, you look like he made a small mistake there, and Ensign Newitt looks like he's thinking of making the move. He just cannot get that edge on Koikart. Maybe up here, up the hill. It looks like he's got to jump on Koi. He's hugging the inside. He's got to watch. Is he going to go in? No. He's going to... Oh, it's tight, and he's made the move. He's made the move up the inside of Koikart. Koikart will be trying to get that toe. Now, I tell you what, these two racing each other, they could do each other a favour here. If they start bump drafting each other, they could stay ahead of Skyjacker, who's just posted a 37.9. And Skyjacker's intentions are very clear here. And he's still got a way to go from Ensign Newitt and Koikart. It might have been a blunder. 11 minutes of this race to go. Guesty out there, everything's fine, everything's super. Shiren has got closer. It visually looks like Shiren has drawn closer to Guesty, but at the moment Guesty says to his radar, we've heard his pits, his radio to the pits, and he says, everything's good. Don't talk to me. He says, don't talk to me. I'm all good. Just don't speak to me. Curbs are trying to kill me here. So Guesty on his way. He's got one vision, and that is to win. Shiren as well. He would love the boost of the championship to get a win here. Well, they just want to win anyway, these boys. That's all it's about for them. But the championship, secondary maybe. And when you get a win, then you start looking at the championship. Homesick Alien sticking with his strategy out there on the mediums. And Coy and Ensign duking it out. We've only got 10 more minutes of racing. We've got to see more from Skyjacker. He could be too far back here. This strategy may not have worked for him. The speed that the medium tyres can carry around here at Brazil isn't too far off what those softs and super softs are doing. His tyres are starting to look really grainy at the front there on the front right tyre of Guesty's. It's starting to show a bit of wear. Shiren, he's looked after those super softs in an absolute delicious way, and he's got a little more fuel on board, and he's starting to close the gap up on Guesty, and we could see the Russian sensation taking a win here. I'm not sure he's had one this season. That would be beautiful. We've had so many different winners, it's hard to total them all up. I'll try and get back to the table and have a rough look if I can see wins, but they're not really. Shiren. Plenty of podiums I'm seeing, no wins. So no wins from Shiren yet. He is closing the gap on Guesty. Guesty and himself are only 7 points apart in the championship, so there is scores to settle there. Homesick Alien ploughing on with that strategy, and there we can see Skyjacker now is starting to see Ensign Ewer and Koikart, them two. They've got to get in the same mindset. They're in the 40s now. They want to be in the 38s, really. They want to get moving. 39s, possibly. Push each other along in them tow zones, because Skyjacker is coming on a set of super softs. And then he'll be heading for Homesick Alien, but I think the gap to the Alien could be too much. Homesick Alien doing 39.8s. Skyjacker at 38.2 that time. This is not helping Skyjacker. This is not what Skyjacker needs on his way to a podium. These two battling are slowing him down. And there we go, 3 wide. Is that 3 wide? Oh, look at that. Oh, the racing. Oh, Ensign Ewer's back end stepping out. Unbelievable. We had 3 wide and a car sideways. What more could you ask? We've ticked every box in the racing bingo, I would say. Yes, sir. So, Skyjacker saying, think that Skyjacker guy had a screw loose. Stops were way too long at Inter. Skyjacker saying 241. Wow, I don't know what 241 was. And Guesty then leads the way from Shiren. Homesick Alien. Yeah, he's looking, I think you're right about the pit stops, but you never know. It's only a few corners. He is closing the gap. He's up now past Koikart and Ensign Ewer. Ensign Ewer slightly lost that car, and but he's still there with Coy. And Skyjacker, he's got to slice some laps out. He's got to get back into those 37s, hasn't he, to try and catch up Homesick Alien at the moment. 39.8. It's going to be tight. We've got 7 minutes, just under 7 minutes left of racing. There's a few laps there. Skyjacker, he's still in with a shout here, and Homesick Alien has really got to battle it out. Guesty 39.2, Shiren 39.3. So those two have sort of plateaued off with their lap times. They're about the same lap times. Nothing gained, nothing lost. No mistakes can be made, and that being here at Interlagos with the curbs is an absolute impossibility. These curbs are out to get you. 2 passes for 1 move. Oh yeah, it was delicious, that was. Skyjacker, well done. Classic move. If Racer Brown ever did get round to doing his move of the month, I reckon that would have been in there. It's a lot of running racers trying to do these cool little things. It's just too much. Now he's got a new job. I don't think he's racing with us at all anymore. It's disgusting. Priorities, Racer Brown. Money or sim life? So Skyjacker, he's 38.9 last time around, but I think that was him trying to get by those two cars. Guesty looked sideways going into the final corner there, and Guesty could be pushing a little too hard at the moment on those older tyres. The fear of Shiren looming large. Nothing crazy from these two. No late pit stops in the game. Giving Homesick Alien, that's the only thing I think Homesick can hope for at this point, is those guys to stop ahead of him, but they're not. But those guys have to use the medium tyre in the next stint, where Homesick Alien will be free to use the soft or super soft, as will Skyjacker, Koikart and Ensign Hewitt. And Ensign Hewitt still on the tail. 5 more minutes of racing here at Interlagos for race 1 of round 8 of the Renault Megane Trophy Season 2. What a humdinger. And there we go then, a little toe from Coy on Ensign. Ensign's gone for the inside, having a look, but he's back out of it again. And he just cannot get that move done up the inside of Coy. Coy just a little too late on his brakes, but now Ensign getting a great drive out of that bottom of the hill, up the straight on Coy. He's looking dead centre. Coy has planted that car. He says pick a side, because that's what I'm braking into. And there we go. That's how you make a Renault too wide to pass. And Ensign Hewitt, oh, he's having a look though. He's looking. He's got a move done. Ensign Hewitt, but then is Coy going to get the snatch it up the inside? No. Ensign Hewitt gets the done. He closes the door. He's there, and job done. Super stuff from Ensign Hewitt there, and he's got chuffing out 3.5 more minutes of racing. I'm sweating my boobies off here. I don't know how those guys are doing it. Guesty leading. He's pulled a little more from Shiren, I reckon. What did Guesty's last lap? At 39.9, 40.1. Are those tyres starting to go for Shiren? And there's nothing more left in that Russian sensation. And his battle for first is done. Homesick Alien protecting that podium. And no. It looks like Skyjacker 38.7. That's not the lap times he needed. He needed consistent 37s to stay with the Alien, and the Alien is looking for his podium position. Ensign Hewitt now has the same problem that Koikart had earlier on. He's got someone behind him wanting to get in front of him. God, my words coming out all wiggly woggly, ain't they? Jesus. Calm down. On the coffee, it might be that. Ensign Hewitt driving it like he stole it, man. Look at him, sideways over the curbs. It's delicious. Koikart trying to get the toe on Ensign Hewitt. He's closed right up. Ensign Hewitt cannot make any mistakes from this point onwards. Oh, if he does make a mistake, hope Koikart makes one similar to it. Beautiful. That's how hard these guys are racing now. Their tyres have gone, and they're just doing anything to try and stay ahead of the guy behind. And now it looks Koikarp's up there. Ensign Hewitt, they've both got dirt on their tyres, but it looks like Koikarp's dealing with it a bit better up the inside of the hairpin. And Koikarp having a look, but now Ensign's on the inside, and it's classic racing from the Coy and Ensign. Superb stuff we are seeing here in the closing stages of this first race. And Ensign Hewitt might be in trouble here, because Koikarp's got a good drive on the Red Dwarfian. Oh my, what a humdinger. I don't want a real cutaway, but we've got to have a look. Got to look how Guesty's cracking on. If Shiren has closed that gap any. But definitely some top caliber racing we've had from Ensign Hewitt and Koikarp in this race alone. Wonderful stuff. So Guesty, no, Guesty's under trouble. Oh, Guesty's fuel low. We said, oh, both of her fuels are flashing. How long have we got? Wow, there's still a minute left of racing. Their fuels are starting to run out, and Shiren is getting very handsy on Guesty there. My God, that turned a corner, didn't it? How far back is Homesick? Can Homesick get anything out of this? With only a minute, they're going to have to do this lap and possibly another lap. I'm pretty sure they're going to do another lap on top of this one. Guesty is just fighting for survival on this win. And Shiren, I think Shiren's, no, it's about the same. Oh, they're both off. Shiren's off a little bit more than Guesty. Guesty's trying to get up the hill with no grip on those tyres. He's trying not to burn that fuel too much, knowing they've got another lap to do. 20 seconds on the clock. Have they crossed the line yet? Yes, they've crossed. No, they haven't. Maybe they're going to... 15 seconds on the clock, and now that's it. They've crossed the line. They've got another lap to do. They have to do it, and Shiren is trying anything against Guesty around the outside in the first corner, and Shiren stealing this race on the very last lap. Guesty with no grip whatsoever. Homesick Alien finishes in third place. Great drive. Looks like Skyjacker's going to get that fourth. Shiren then in the lead. Guesty, has he got anything in deep inside himself to try and come back against the Russian sensation? It shows he's ahead, but Shiren's got the inside line. Skyjacker crosses the line for fourth. Ensign Hewitt gets that fifth position from Coy. I don't think much is going to change there, but it's a final lap drama here from Shiren and Guesty for the lead in this race. There is Ensign Hewitt coming up to the line to get a great fifth place. Well for, and Coy Carp, great driving there from him. Shiren then, oh my word, what a shocker on the final lap. Guesty's tyres, maybe his fuel as well, has all gone away from him. He's trying to look after his car. Shiren closed right up on him, and now Shiren in the lead of this race. And has Guesty done? He's backed out. No, he's still on it. Oh my god, I thought his fuel had gone. And this has been an absolute classic. And what a gutter that our internet did not work on the night, because oh my gee, what a race. Shiren then, he has pulled away. Guesty is just trying to get to the line, and we've got to get ready because it all goes very quickly, doesn't it, if my memory serves me correctly, as Shiren comes up to the line to take the win. Sweet. Wow, what a race. How exciting. I'm puffed out. So let's have a look then. Ensign Hewitt saying, I reckon I put a year's worth of wear on my controller in a half-hour race. I tell thee what, you did some cracking racing there. So Shiren was not expecting that. I thought Guesty had that one covered all the way, and Guesty must be absolutely steaming in his car. And not with anyone. There was nothing to be steaming about. It was a cracking race. Shiren looked after his tyres early on. We saw that. We did call that Shiren looked like he was looking after managing his car. And come the end of the race, Shiren just had that little extra in the grip. Guesty just didn't have, and we got ourselves a glorious final lap. Beautiful. Guesty coming home in second. Homesick Alien, take a boo, my son. All points for the championship. All good stuff. Skyjacker getting fourth, which ironically, that was probably where he pitted from. So he lost nothing, but he got the fastest lap. So I think you get money. I think you get points for that. So Skyjacker gaining possibly better than his fourth that he got, because he got the fastest lap as well. I love it when a plan comes together. Ensign Hewitt fighting all race long for that fifth place. He got it in the end, and Coy Carp come home sixth, but he's got sixth maybe, but great race, great pride in that race. He should be proud of that drive. That is a drive of the ages, it has to be said. There goes the coffee. Cracking stuff. So I'll let Guesty cross the line. I'm sure he doesn't care either way. Boom. And we'll move on to race two. Hoo-wee, is it hot. So race two here at Brazil, reverse grid, and they've, half the field have still now got to use, two of the field have got to use medium tyres. That'll be Guesty and Shiren. As the rest of the field have all used the medium tyre, we'll be seeing them on softs or super softs. And I think we are in for a treat. Superb. And Skyjacker says, awesome race, especially Ensign and Coy. Well done, guys. And Skyjacker said 1 point for fastest lap and difference between each position. Then Ensign saying, just glad I could keep up with Coy. Proper hard, though. Feel like every race I learn a little bit more from you guys. Skyjacker, that's the way at Ensign. Every lap is a learning experience. Here we go then. So we've got Coy Carp is on pole with Ensign Hewitt alongside him for race 2 here at Brazil. They're on the soft tyres, each of them. Skyjacker on the soft. We've got Homesick on the soft. Guesty's on the mediums, and so is Shiren. And they're away. Coy Carp, he's got a bit of a wheel spin there, and Ensign Hewitt's had an absolute humdinger. He's flying off. Skyjacker also swallowing up Coy. Coy looked a bit slow off the line there. And Homesick Alien also getting ahead of Coy. So Coy not quite ready for the lights possibly. And he's slipped to the back of the soft runners. And he's got Guesty and Shiren. Oh, Shiren having a look up the inside of Guesty early doors. He wants to get this race on. He wants to pick up where they left off at the end of race 1. Shiren on it. Ensign Hewitt though, wow, is this, could we, maybe, possibly, it's only the first lap, let's not get too excited, he's just gone wide, but Ensign Hewitt, if he plays his cards right here, could be in for an absolute cracking position, but he's got Skyjacker and Homesick Alien closing up quick, and he's just got to stick it in there, make that car wide. Everything he's just learned from Coy Carp in that first race has to put to use now, put it to good use, and frustrate these boys. Homesick Alien's got a move done up the inside of Skyjacker, and this is what Ensign Hewitt needs. This is exactly what Ensign Hewitt needs. Skyjacker and Homesick Alien slides in times. Oh no, Ensign Hewitt's had enough. He's got a back end that's wobbly, and Homesick and Skyjacker make their way through, and so does Coy Carp. Ensign Hewitt left out to flounder with Guesty having a look, but no, Guesty on those medium tyres doesn't quite get it, but Ensign Hewitt looked like he had a bit of a coming with Coy and got out of it, and now Ensign Hewitt, oh, from pole to last in lap 1. That is not great. Well, yeah, and last. Oh, I'm sorry there, Ensign, not to rub it in. Homesick Alien then out there in the lead with Skyjacker, giving it big balls behind him, and Coy Carp in that podium position as they finish lap 1. It's all change here with Guesty now up to 4th. Shiren under great pressure from Ensign Hewitt, who's on the racing soft, should make sure work in the braking zone, can brake a little later than Shiren, get the car on that apex, get it out on the accelerator, biff, paf, poof, there you go, super stuff. And Homesick Alien leads him away, a position he's very familiar with. He knows exactly what to do and how to run a race. Turtle saying good evening, and Ensign Hewitt saying, looking back, I should have run the mediums again, not the softs. No! Homesick Alien then pulling away from Sky with Coy in, and Guesty really is the class act there, keeping very close to the soft runners. I said the distance between the mediums and the softs is not all that huge. I mean, we saw Skyjacker managed to get a 37 out of the super softs, but we didn't see Guesty really get much out, more than a 38 out of his softs, and we saw some of those guys doing 39s, 38s on the mediums. So, you know, Guesty, he could, if he can maintain a good fast speed, but I mean, around, like I say, here at Interlagos, where the curbs all want to kill you, it's a tough job to do, to keep that. Ooh, excuse me, that just nipped out a little burp. So Homesick Alien then, it looks like Skyjacker has found his feet, starting to close the gap on Homesick, and it's a tough battle here on paper with Skyjacker versus Homesick Alien. Both of them have a lot in this championship. Skyjacker already dropping around, so he's a little bit further back than them, but when the drop rounds coming in, Skyjacker's gonna be in the battle. Skyjacker's going for the move, he missed the curb, he's still there, but Homesick Alien comes back, but he's got the inside now with Skyjacker, and that's got to be the move done, dusted, and thank you very much. And goodbye to Homesick Alien. Skyjacker up and into the lead of this race. Homesick Alien getting a tow, but he'd be a fool to try and make a move in this corner, as it is too dangerous. Too dangerous, man. That's too dangerous, man. Coy Carp then in 3rd, just ahead of Guesty. Guesty doing well with those medium tyres. Ensign Hewitt trying to get back into the race with the softs, but he says in hindsight he wished he'd gone with the medium tyre, and he would have been there battling with Guesty and Shiren still, I imagine. But this one, he's closing up that gap to Guesty, so possibly he could get something out of this. Skyjacker, he's not managing to shake off the Alien. The Alien's staying with him all the way to make a race of this, I tell thee. Do not go anywhere. Round 8 is where it's at for the Renault Megane, for the Virtual Racers Club. We have a website. Don't go on it yet, though, because it'll tell you the table. So you'll see the results of this. But all tables are updated when they're done on our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. All the links that you need are on the website, but they're all on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this, you can just go to About. And I think that's got all the links of all our socials, man. And Skyjacker then trying to fend off from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien getting a good toe up the straight. Oh, it's so close between the two. They're bumming each other virtually. And there is Guesty doing an absolute blinding job on those medium tyres. Somewhat held by Coy, I think, with the toe, keeping him out of Ensign Hewitt's reach. Ensign Hewitt not quite able to close the gap on Guesty, who's going bold. He's going bold into that corner. I say you shall not take. And he doesn't get the move done, but he's still there on the inside, giving Koikap all the aggro Koikap could do without in third place. He wants a nice chill drive here to get a good podium, but Guesty has got something to say about that. And this is helping Ensign Hewitt beautifully. Koikap bringing Ensign Hewitt back into the fold, and Ensign Hewitt now looking good to get a podium. And in the chat, Ensign Hewitt saying the car never felt as good on the softs for me at any point compared to the mediums in the previous race. How you guys make a set of softs last a race distance? I think they brake earlier, coast a bit in the corners, and don't slap down the accelerator. Yeah, I think it helps a lot with the wheel. I'm not one to talk, but I think the biggest tyre killer is late braking and Ensign Hewitt. And we have evidence. Your tyres smoke almost every into the corners. You are one of the last of the late breakers, and I love it for it. I love a last breaker. Homesick Alien used to be a late breaker, but he's learned now to look after his tyres more, so he doesn't do the late braking. But oh, look, there he is again. Oh no, he's gone wrong though. It's gone wrong for him. He's gone skating around the outside, and that gives Sharon half an idea. Oh my word, beautiful stuff. So you brake too late, Ensign, that's the problem. Skyjacker, he's got to brake late. He's got no option. He's got Homesick Alien all up in his junk. All that junk in your trunk is Homesick Alien. Oh, man. It's just, I don't think it's swearing, but it's just hissing out of my forehead. Water. I'm leaking, man. I'm leaking and melting all in one. Whew. Right, I'm gonna have a chat with the VRC admin about getting some aircon in the comms booth, because I am boiling. Right, I've got a fan. I don't know if you'll hear it though. The VRC. Oh, he's got a wheel. Concentrating, honestly. There we go. I pulled the popper out. Oh. So Skyjacker is leading. He's got a real. And we just heard his voice. If it works, though. The fun thing, it reverberates. Late braking and steering whilst braking is the killer. And Skyjacker, a big difference is how you come off the brakes. Digital Blasphemy says, you were saying treat the brake like a light switch, on or off. No, that's what he does. So here we go then. Skyjacker, he's feeling rather embarrassed. He cannot get past the Skyjacker. He's given it all, but there's nothing there. Skyjacker has it. To that third from Guesty, but Guesty's giving it big beans. Behind Koikap, he's giving it his all. And Guesty's got himself ahead of Ensign Hewitt, and we saw Ensign Hewitt saying he was never happy on the soft tyre, never got comfortable on him, didn't ever get his rhythm, didn't get his jizz on, bro. So Skyjacker, though, He's got to have himself a homesick alien removal, and because it's surgical removal of the alien. But the alien is trying to overtake up the inside. Skyjacker staying strong, staying true on his racing line, and homesick alien gets the move done. A little tyre smoke there as he puffs himself way past Skyjacker and into the lead of this race, and a solid move done by the alien. And Skyjacker says, don't you worry, I've got and getting a tow, go on to the dangerous corner. Do not make the move, Skyjacker. Do not try. It's spooky. And the homesick alien stands strong in the lead. Skyjacker into second. Guesty's getting the move done. No, he's around the outside of Coy. Coy's holding on to the inside. And that's it. No, Guesty's still there, flooring it around the outside of Coy Cup. Coy Cup clinging onto the apex, but that's it. Done. Guesty's up into the inside of the corner, and that is Guesty up into third. Can he maintain against Coy, who's still got some life? He still has some life on those racing softs, and there could still be a lot more to go here this evening. We are only 11 minutes into this race. And Ensign saying, joking aside, I've been trying to be smoother on my input. Skyjack saying, it's hard on a pad, mate, but doable. And there we go, Guesty and Coy still duking it out, but Guesty now in a podium position after the disappointment of not getting the win in the first race. He's hanging it out wide though. We can't start talking about podiums this early, and Sharen's doing very well, isn't he, Sharen? Keeping it very quiet at the back there, but he's only just behind Coy. And there is Ensign Hewitt. And homesick alien cannot now shake off Skyjacker. Maybe Skyjacker a ploy to let homesick. No, he didn't let homesick alien. That was too good of a move for him to let homesick. But sitting behind homesick isn't going to hurt with tyre wear or with fuel usage. So homesick alien is now the tow bus for Skyjacker. Skyjacker possibly could sit there for a couple of laps, tucked up behind the alien. Save himself a bit of fuel, save himself a bit of tyres, bit of car management, stay with the alien for as long as possible, pull the trigger, come the end of the race, get past, get the win. That's the plan in Skyjacker's mind. Homesick alien is just to stay on racing line and deal with whatever Skyjacker throws at me. Guesty, his plan is that he's not that far behind the two ahead of him. And if their tyres start going away, which they don't, look, homesick aliens look brand new. We're at nearly 13 minutes into the race. Homesick aliens tyres barely used, as are Skyjackers. So Guesty, I don't think the tyre wear scenario is going to come your way, bro, with those guys ahead of you. I think third is the best you can hope for here. Coy Carp, his tyres are a bit more worn than the boys ahead of him, but still plenty of meat on that rubber as he looks to his rear view mirrors now to Sharen, who is starting to get some fast laps in. 39.2 last time around. Coy doing a 41, Guesty doing a 40.1. So Sharen, the man to watch on the medium tyres. Car 69 could be bringing it to the pack. Meanwhile, Homesick and Skyjacker in a race of their own are really out there. Unbelievable pace they have brought to the Renault Meganes. At the moment, Homesick Alien is the leader. Skyjacker led for a majority of the beginning of the race. Homesick Alien got moved on in the first corner and hasn't looked back since. If he looked back, it would be quite scary, because he would see, oh, you have to use the pad. Not that button, not that button. That button is what he would be looking at. God, no. That was lost a bit, wasn't it, with me having to tap buttons. So yeah, he got the overtake done and he's never looked back since. If he looked back, it would look like that. There you go. That's the shortened version. Skyjacker then looking for a little chink in the armour of Alien where he can get the move done. Around here at Interlagos, Guesty still holding on to that third place. Coy in fourth, Sharen fifth, Ensign Hewitt is sixth, and they look quite bunched up there for third, fourth and fifth, so I'm going to have a cut back in a minute. Just make sure sure these two Skyjacker's not going to make an attempt to move into the first corner. It's looking good. It's looking strong. It's looking like he's interested in it. No, sits back. That's the Alien. Carry on in the lead. Koi Cup coming in. Them tyres are looking good. Maybe he's going to go for super softs. Ensign Hewitt following him. Interesting tactics here. So Shiren moves up into fourth. He's not too far behind Guesty. And Guesty will be having flashbacks from race 1 with Shiren lurking in the background. The fuel is exactly the same at the moment. Guesty just has to beware. Beware, beware. Shiren and his fuel. I can't think of anything to rhyme. So Homesick Alien is staying put in first place at the moment. Oh, with Skyjacker shadowing him all the way. Koi Cup back out the pits on softs. He's just replaced a set of softs for a set of softs. And Ensign Hewitt also just replaces softs. I don't know if there's a glitch there or something, because that doesn't seem quite right. They've pitted to put softs on again. You'd think they'd have a go at super softs, maybe. Oh, did Koi already use? No, he hasn't used super softs, I don't think. Was he on the mediums? No, he was on the mediums in the first race. So was Ensign Hewitt. Yeah, it just looks like they've just replaced a like for like, just freshened up their tyres a bit. And Homesick Alien still has that shadow hanging over his shoulder. He can't seem to shake it off. And Skyjacker, with a win in his portfolio at Suzuka, is looking to get another one here at Brazil. So, yeah, Skyjacker. Ooh, that's not the corner to do it in, though, I would say. I would avoid trying to make a move in that corner unless they've made a huge mistake and they're out wide. But yeah, it's a tricky. You have to be perfect if you're going to get a move done up the inside there. In one knock, they're going to go out wide. They're going to put an incident form in, and you will lose that position. So Homesick Alien leading the way. We're 17.5 minutes into this race. Guesty, solid third place. Doesn't seem to be too concerned with Shiren. And Shiren 40.5 his last time around. Guesty at 39.8. So Guesty's got the pace on those medium tyres. Shiren's fastest at 39.2 he's got out of the mediums. Guesty at 38.8, which isn't bad, but he's not been back to them 38 since. I think he must have had a good toe in the first second lap. Koi Cup back out on the racing softs. It's quite a way behind Shiren and Ensign Hewitt. He looks like he's too much of a distance behind Koi Cup to make anything of that. And Homesick Alien under threat now as Skyjacker has a look up the outside of the Alien. Alien now defending, and when he starts defending, you're starting to give yourself negative racing lines. You're not taking the racing line that you would like to choose. And that, ooh, Shiren's pitted. This is a turn off. Shiren's pitted. He's going to go for super softs, is it? No, he was on super softs. He's going to go for softs then. Is Shiren. Maybe he's going to try and get a fastest lap in this race. I'm not sure who has the fastest lap. It's Skyjacker with a 38.0. So maybe Shiren into the pits. Set of softs. He's not going to stay ahead of those boys, is he? Koi Cup already up into fourth. A bit of good fortune for Koi and Ensign Hewitt there. And there is Shiren. He's been released, but he's just going to be on his back foot. He's on the softs. Homesick Alien. And them softs look brand new still, don't they? With 11 minutes left of racing. These two have looked after those tyres. I mean, it looks a little dull out there. Maybe the track a little colder than it was in the earlier race. So they're not getting tyre wear as bad. But yeah, look at them. Barely used. You could still sell them on eBay. Guesty doing a super job there in fourth, but no one's really contesting with him. Koi Cup up into fourth. Shiren came out ahead of Ensign Hewitt, it would seem. And Shiren then, his goal is going to be Koi. Surely he's not going to be able to reach Guesty. Well, it's going to be a big job for Shiren if he can catch Guesty up. We will see. Skyjacker tried it in the first race, couldn't quite catch up the Alien, and maybe Shiren fancies it. He did get past Ensign Hewitt quite quickly. Quick up, if he doesn't get in the way too much, not that if he races him too much, I mean, if Shiren can get by him quickly without too much of a race, then he might have a shout at the medium-clad Guesty, but we will see. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien still leading this race, but Skyjacker is on it. Unbelievable racing from these two at the top of their skill tree in the VRC. They are absolutely dinging it in this championship. It's going to be interesting. So Skyjacker we're on board with at the moment, ahead of Guesty by some way. Well, not by some way, I mean it's only a few corners, isn't it? Guesty isn't all out of it. He's going for a move up the inside of Homesick Alien, and he looks like he's got it, but Homesick Alien's got the inside now, and Homesick Alien defends well just by staying on the racing line, but Skyjacker starting to get the itch, starting to want to get by. He wants to get this race done and dusted. He's the fastest man on track with that 38.056. Homesick Alien looks like he hasn't got it on this lap, and Skyjacker's right in the tow. Homesick Alien, he's going to have to come over to the left-hand side of the track to defend. Skyjacker doesn't even want the tow. He's just going, he's going to go for a flip-the-flop. Inside-outside jobby, but he doesn't make it work. So Homesick Alien leads, Skyjacker in second, Guesty is in third, Koikarp fourth, but Shiren is closing in on Koikarp. And hang on, let me work this out. Koikarp's there, where's Guesty? Oh, there, too far away. I don't think Shiren's going to catch him in 8 minutes. But Shiren now on board with Koi. We saw doing some absolutely delicious racing with Ensign Hewitt. He's on the inside, but it looks like Shiren's just got a good drive out of that final corner, already ahead of Koi. Koi, though, on the inside, making it very difficult for Shiren. Shiren doesn't know where to go. He's having a look here, he's having a look there. He's just got the fastest lap of the race at 38.0, and this is what we were talking about. He's going to get into this race with Koi, and that gives Guesty the greatest opportunity to just run away and keep hold of that third, where Shiren just needed to get by very quickly. He's gone for a late dash dive down the inside. Oh, Koi's giving him a little do, but he's got it done. And there you see Shiren. It was a great move. It was probably not as neat as he would have hoped for. He got by, got in a bit of Koi's way as Koi was trying to brake and slow his car down. Koi gave him a little knock, but they got through it in the end, and Shiren now up into fourth, but some way off Guesty. It's going to take, he's going to hope Guesty's going to do some bad laps as well. Good bad laps. And Skyjacker and Homesick Alien now back at it again, and Homesick Alien still leads. I don't know if he lost the lead somewhere, but he still leads from Skyjacker, and these two absolutely putting it out there. Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he did lose the lead, and he's got the lead back now as Skyjacker goes for the move of the inside. Very late, very brave. Oh my jeez. Homesick Alien just plants it around the outside, hoping for the best. Skyjacker, though, he's got the move done, and Skyjacker now is leading this race with Homesick Alien trying to come back. These two desperate for this win here today. Guesty, I don't know, I doubt he can catch these guys up as they race each other to the end of the race. 6 minutes to go. You never know, though, if they slow each other down enough. They're doing 39s, early 39s at the moment. Guesty is doing mid 39s, so possibly if they drop into the 40 odds. Shiren cannot shake off Koikarp with him all the way. Shiren, he's going to have to late break it again against Koi, because Koi is definitely wanting to get that position back, and Shiren out there wide, and I thought Koi was going to get up the inside of him, and Shiren and Koi absolutely on it at the moment, and Koi going across the track to the inside having a look. I think that was more of a distracting move than an actual overtake move. And Shiren will not be distracted. He cracks on. Skyjacker leads from Homesick Alien. There's nothing but a slither between the two of them all the way through this race. It's exciting stuff. What's going to happen here? Homesick Alien go over that inside line under the braking. He saw an opportunity. He saw a door open. He thought, why not? And he walked straight through it. And Skyjacker is going to be coming back at him down the straight. And it's unrelenting between these two. Absolutely fantastic. And it is a 40.6 from and a 40.9 from Homesick and Alien, 40 from Guesty. I don't know if it's enough for Guesty to catch them up, but if they keep taking chunks of time out of each other as they race each other, then Guesty will be joining that party before the final lap. Sharon has got to pull something special out of the bag now. I think he's been held up slowed down too much with his racing with Koikarp to try and bring the fight to Guesty. And Koikarp solid 5th place, and Ensinuit, he's not far out of it. Oh, he's having a late break into that corner. And Skyjacker leads this race from Homesick Alien. I don't know. I've lost track who was I just assume it's going to be different every time I go back. Homesick Alien going for it again. Oh, he's looked like Homesick letting past. No, he was already ahead. See, I'm losing it. Skyjacker didn't even see the move coming into turn 1. So a Skyjacker and Homesick, he is absolutely trying to jump into everything. He's not leaving anything to chance. He knows how difficult Skyjacker can be to race. So Homesick Alien, if he sees an opening, he's putting his car in it. He's putting his toy right in it. And now Skyjacker thinking the same. He's thinking, we're going to do some late moves, then I've got to pull the one off. And there he goes up the inside, but Homesick just floors it around the outside. And my word, we're seeing something special here. We've seen something special in both races so far from Koikarp and Ensinuit, and now Homesick Alien and Skyjacker are giving us an absolute masterclass in close call racing. And there we see Homesick Alien, Skyjacker battling at it. Guesty, 39.9 from Guesty. Skyjacker a 40.4. Homesick a 40.1. It's still not enough, I think, for Guesty to close the gap up on these guys. We've got less than 3 minutes. 3 minutes of racing here at Interlagos for race 2 of round 8 of the Renault Megane Trophy Series 2, and Skyjacker up the inside. Homesick Alien, they're going to clash. No, wow, unbelievable stuff. How have these guys not driven into each other? And Skyjacker gets that inside line now, and Homesick Alien, nothing he can do about it. He clings on around the outside, but Skyjacker gets the move done. Homesick Alien down into 2nd place, and this has been excellent, most excellent, dudes. Skyjacker then leads this race from Homesick Alien, but that is fluid at the moment. You could not write that in stone. Let's just use a pencil that rubs out very easily, because Homesick Alien is slinging everything he's got at Skyjacker at the moment. He's gone out wide there. Skyjacker clinging onto the inside, but Skyjacker wants to go out through the racing line that Homesick Alien is already on. Homesick Alien, a little tyre smoke from him as he late breaks into the corner, and my word, he's got the move done around the outside. No, Skyjacker has still clung onto the inside, and Skyjacker clings onto the lead with only 1.5 minutes left of racing. I think they might get another lap in. I think there's going to be another lap after this one. Guesty, he's not closing the gap anymore. It looks like 3rd place is his, though. Sharon has got the fastest lap, but he's not closing up on Guesty too much. Koikarp all on his own in 5th. Ensinuit in 6th. And this battle here is the battle we should be watching all the way to the flag, because it's been unforgiving. It's been unrelenting. It's been absolutely high octane racing from the lights out all the way to the flag. These two have not given up a single inch of road. They've not given up a single 10th of a second of a lap. They have been on it all the way, and it has been an absolute delight to watch and wash ourselves in a beautiful race in Homesick Alien again on the inside, going for a move, and it goes. I wouldn't even want to count the overtakes in this race so far just by these pair. Skyjacker he's around the outside. He's got the car though. He held onto the car. Unbelievable stuff. The crowd is going wild. I hear him cheering at Skyjacker's absolute skill level of keeping that car onto the road, and Skyjacker attacks back up the hill against Homesick Alien. That timer has got 10 seconds left on it. They're going around again, no doubt. And what a pleasure for us as Homesick Alien puff of smoke out the side of his tyre as he brakes late, but Skyjacker pulling off a similar move to Homesick Alien, not one lap before. And now Guesty's crossed the line, taking Boo My Son in third, Shiren coming up the hill for fourth, and now Skyjacker's towing Homesick Alien into the final corner. This is not over by a long shot. Homesick Alien going for the move out the outside as Shiren crosses the line. Oh no, not yet. And Homesick Alien goes for another attack. Oh my word, there goes Shiren, crosses the line for fourth place. Super driving as Skyjacker tries to maintain that lead, and there we see Koikarp gets fifth place. Cracking stuff from Koikarp as Skyjacker fights off Homesick Alien with everything he's got for this final lap. And there is Ensign getting sixth, and Skyjacker yet again trying to battle off Homesick Alien, who has not given each other a break throughout this whole race. It has been an absolute humdinger of a race between these pair, a clash of gods, titans, aliens. Here they come around the final corner, and it doesn't look like Homesick Alien has anything left to bring, but he's right there with Skyjacker. It's going to be a very, very close finish, even though I've got to pause it before they finish. I think Skyjacker, Homesick Alien, they're coming to the line. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I've got to pause it. Oh, no. They are virtually neck and neck coming up to the line there. There's nothing in it. It's going to go. So Guesty finished in third. Shiren finished fourth. Koikarp fifth. Ensign in sixth. Skyjacker and Homesick Alien coming up the final start straight towards the line. Homesick Alien has the overdrive. He's got the tow. He's getting a faster drive down the straight as they come towards the line. Skyjacker is leading this race by the skin of his teeth, and we don't know who's going to cross the line first. It looks like it's going to be Skyjacker. He's closer to the line. Oh, I think that was Skyjacker. I think that was Skyjacker. Unbelievable stuff there for round 8 of the Virtual Racers Club's Renault Megane Trophy Series. Thank you for joining us here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. What an absolute race. Beautiful stuff. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Harry Sack. Thank you for watching us here. Peace and love. Oh, hang on. Any last chats before I go? I've got a teenager sat behind me huffing because he wants the internet. Skyjacker says, was me by 0.029. There you go. Skyjacker did get that win. Ensign Hewitt saying, incredible finish. Skyjacker saying, thanks, dude. Brilliant comms, as always said. No problem. Great racing from you guys. I was your broadcaster, your commentator, Harry Sack. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Come back again. Peace and love. Well, you have to subscribe to do that, though. If you want to do come back again, hit subscribe and hit like, because YouTube get really wet when you hit like. Peace and love. Peace and love.